Hey there, little girl, little girl, little girl. So, journaling. We don't always make time for it. Praying, church, other things that align us, right? Well, sometimes we do that for other people, like our families, or our counterparts, our kids, you name it. I'll bet you know a lot about being the governor or whatnot for your family. Well, your family's all like, I don't know what's going on, and they need to be righted. Well, you might feel like you're not between the lines. You might feel like, oh, I'm a little lost or something like that. Well, you've been eating trash food, or you haven't been exercising, or you're this or that, not sleeping right and everything. Well, it's just like the map whenever you're trying to get somewhere, or your directions or whatever. That's what journaling is, because each day you either list what you want to do, what you did do, or how you feel about either of those things. And whenever you're feeling good, it's gonna feel, it's gonna be great. But sometimes when you're feeling lost, it might be a nice reference to like look back on or something like that. But yeah, you've been sounding like you're feeling a little lost there and everything, and you really shouldn't. If anything, you're just maxed out. You've got too much on you, with your dad, and maybe you make it a little bigger, it feels a little bigger, and like you said, maybe if you don't have that much going on. You're supposed to have 5 things, but you only have 3, so you got to make them as big as 5 things. Otherwise, it feels like you don't have 5 things. You got the energy and the capacity for 5 things, but you only have 3 things. You got to stretch them bitches out. So yeah, just a quick little thing, just to say, hey, listen, take it easy on yourself, and definitely, just take the time, and whether it's 20 sentences or 2. Just take a piece of paper and write down, put in the work, put in the work. Like, you only have to do like 3 things every day, 2 things every day, prepare yourself for work, go to work, and, do your homework, your notes and stuff. That's not a lot. That really isn't. And, long lists, not knowing, which thing you want to do, and like that and everything. It's like, well, I don't know. That sounds easily remedied with just picking something and just knowing that whatever you do, you're going to enjoy, and that's really all that matters. And you might finish with that, and you might not. But if you do finish with it, you get to move on to one of the other things. So instead of being frustrated with a bunch of undone things, you'll know that you're giving your full attention to 1 or more. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there for you. I was riding along here and making a bunch of YouTube videos and Instagram reels and stuff for my channel, and I just reading your messages, and I'm hearing your heart, and the confidence, thinking that you I don't know, fear of success, fear of failure. I can't remember what I titled it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you you fit in this box to where you're like, hey, listen, I think I have too much on me. I'm getting distracted because we're slowing down. There's a bunch of cars, there's congestion and stuff. But I think you got the idea. I think you got what you needed from this. I hope you got what I needed you to get from it. But yeah, you're fine. This is just, you check in to be sure, in lieu of having, more to deal with there and stuff. Like I said, you're in a big transition period. You're this is one of the little transitions for your big transition period. And, it only has to be as big as you need it to be, and you really don't need it to be that big. You don't have the time or capacity for it. So just let it be little, maybe fill that time with other stuff that isn't that big either, But yeah, you're doing great. Journal, journal every day. Tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna take, set an alarm for 6 o'clock every day. With something else. You can set an alarm with other things. You have some other smart device that you can set an alarm with. Set your alarm clock. If you have an alarm clock, set it for 6 p.m. And every day at 6 p.m. or 3 p.m. or whatever, you go in there with your notebook and you write a quarter page, half a page, or whatever. Just what you're grateful for, or what your day was like. Just I ate breakfast, I ate lunch, and this is what I did in between. But anyway, I think you know what you're doing. I have no doubt. Just helping you remember that you do know and that you're just fine.